So, of late, the UK media has been out and about begging for Harry and Meghan's return. Like, hey, please come back. They've been on and on about, to a point they are fabricating reconciliation articles. Like, oh, they met, their reconciliations in talks. Then you have Prince Harry and Meghan's team come forward, say, hey, no, that was not about that. They were meeting the other, communications team in the UK, management, whatever, and the UK media is still pissed about that. We also even have William, who is also pissed because he was caught unaware. He did not know that was going to happen, so he's still throwing a tantrum about how he's never ever going to forgive Harry. Harry can make up with Charles, but he is never ever going to forgive Harry. You know how he's a whiny little child. That's what he is. So I never thought I'll see a day where the Daily Mail is actually begging for Harry and Meghan's return. Here's the thing. Harry and Meghan are so damn successful right now. Their popularity is surging. They're doing well. Look at Us Ever. Look at Meghan's Netflix show. Look at Harry's travel list, Invictus. They're doing great. Which, by the way, it goes against these predictions that the UK media has put in place that they will go broke. That the fact that they dared to go against the firm is something they're going to regret for the rest of their lives. And in due time, they're going to come back crawling and begging Charles for money. Well, guess what? It's been 5 years and that has not happened. And they are pissed. But now, the only way they want them back, but you know why they want them back is because they want Harry and Meghan to give up on their business ventures, especially Meghan. They've seen how successful she is, and I even saw someone say, given how Meghan is doing right now, the minute she goes international, let's say with shipping, with As Ever, they're predicting by 2028, 2029, our girl is going to be a billionaire. So of course, the UK media, as always, they're keeping tabs on them, and they will hate for that to happen. So now they want them to quit all these things and go back to being members of working role members, which, by the way, I don't ever see that happening. Harry has done a good job to get out of there. I don't think he will ever want to subject Meghan to that again. And of course, Meghan during the interview show also said that the biggest mistake she made is believing that they are going to keep her safe. They're going to protect her. So I don't think she's going to do that again. So I saw this Daily Mail article making rounds on social media, and the people were buzzing. Scotties were buzzing about this. They have some parts that are highlighted so you guys can see the audacity, the hypocrisy, the desperation that is reeking from the UK media. So and Wilson, William and Kate would probably be glad to never see Harry and Meghan again. But this is why they must make peace with the Sussexes and the disastrous consequences I foresee if they do not. Anyway, let's see. Consider one possibility. William offers his brother an olive branch and he accepts it. Harry and Meghan can then perhaps achieve something close to what they originally asked for, being part-time roles. They might resume occupation for part of the year at least, or some grace and favor mission in Windsor Greek Park with additional houses perhaps in London and Scotland. They can support British charities, perform royal duties, and in return enjoy taxpayer-funded bodyguards and who knows, even some compens for being working royals. Now, this is the part. When you see the blue part, that is the highlighted part. Both of them, even their enemies, would admit have some charm, while the camera loves Meghan almost as much as she relishes it. See that part? Here we go. William and Harry will not even have to spend much time in another's company, but they will be doing the civilized thing. If Harry knew that he had to attend an armistice event in the Royal Albert Hall or a regimental dinner or the Chelsea Flower Show with Meghan, he simply will not be able to go on licking malice in private and whinging in public. Of course, the quid pro quo would be that they would have to abandon some or all of their commercial ventures. I told you. See, they would have to abandon some or all of their commercial ventures, which they, and especially Meghan, might not countenance. It could also rule out any of the Duchess' political ambition if she has them. She has made her Democrat leanings abundantly clear. But if such a deal could be struck, it will only enhance the strength of the monarchy and the popularity of the full royal family. Stay with me, you guys. I know by now you're like, wait, what? Anyway, we'll break it down. And here's another part that is highlighted. Does this seem realistic? Not remotely. The far more likely alternative, it seems to me, is that William and Kate can never find it in their hearts or brains to effect some kind of reconciliation with the Sussexes. Everyone would understand this. After the truly dreadful indiscretions of Spare and the drip, drip, drip of spite and venom that has come from the Sussex camp since the great sundering that was Megxit. And then here's another key point. Meghan, I suspect, will never want to return on any extended basis, perhaps even at all, to this damp and diminutive island. Who knows what glittering future she imagines for herself. So I'm not going to read that part. Anyway, look at the last paragraph. It will be miles better then that the Sussexes be brought in from the cold. Both sides should be seeking not only diplomatic and political help, but personal counsel. This was a pair of brothers who from earliest childhood were facing the broken marriage of their parents, their mother's ultimately untimely death, unfounded and scrupulous speculation about Harry's paternity, and generally ignoring inferiority complex on Harry's part, some of it understandable. Who wouldn't feel inferior after all to the heir of the throne? Their audacity. Anyway, look at that other highlighted part. Neither of these pampered lordings is an easy person, and neither can ever hope to lay aside all their childhood ghosts, but they can be taught to recognize them. See how these idiots are pathetic. So first, they want Harry and Meghan back, but because of what? Because if they give up their business ventures, especially Meghan, because she has a Zeva, she has so many things going on right now, and even Harry as well, and that way they will help boost the popularity of the monarchy. So there you have it, guys. They just admitted to who being popular. They've just admitted to Harry and Meghan being popular. What happened to them being irrelevant? What happened to them being non-profitable? Because this is what they've been running all day since Meghan came back to Instagram and announced her business ventures. That's what they've been going on about. They're profitable. Well, now they're making money. They're threatened, hey, if you guys come back, you'll have to give up all those business ventures. So that tells you Meghan and Harry are on the right path. They are on the right path. And then all to boost the popularity of the monarchy. That again confirms the fact that the monarchy is dwindling. The support is dwindling. The numbers are dwindling. People want it abolished. So who else is capable of reviving the monarchy, you may ask? Do you know those two beautiful, gorgeous, stunning her royal highnesses who live in Montecito? Yeah, those two are the only ones who can popularize the monarchy, who can bring it back, revive it back. So now all of a sudden they can be part-time working roles. But when Harry and Meghan put that on the table, what were they told? No. That is not possible. So now, and I hate how they are making it seem like Kate and William are these amazing people. Oh, hell no, these people are not amazing one bit. They are behind the smear campaign targeted towards Harry and Meghan. They are the ones who are, Kate made Meghan cry. You have William who physically assaulted his brother. So there's so much, but no. See how the UK media is like, oh no, Kate, the heir to the throne. Harry could care less about what William is doing right now, what William thinks. If anything, the royal family, the leftover royals, need Harry and Meghan more than Harry and Meghan need them. They are happy, they moved on, they're living their best life. So this article has been making rounds on social media, and there's been a debate, a discussion. People are like, continue dreaming. That is never going to happen. There's no way. After they left that hellhole and they're doing well, they're peace happy, you think they're going to go back to that and subject their kids to that again? And they do that? Come on, guys. Anyway, let's see what the internet had to say. Hold on, guys. Here's what the internet had to say. Flower says they want Meghan to give up her commercial ventures and help the UK royals because everyone sees the writing on the wall. The Sussexes will become billionaires in the US and the monarchy is just going downhill. I agree. Juno says, if her company continues as it is and she goes global by this or next year, she'll be a billionaire by 2028. That's very soon. She already has more liquidity than them. Of course, the press who've sold their souls to them need assurance their cash will flow. And then Zena says, money is the only form of control the royal family has, and security. The same goes for Andrew, Edward, and Anne and their children. They failed Harry because he's smarter and married a smart woman who isn't afraid to work. I love that one. Francis says they want them to give up their wonderful free life in sunny California to come back to reign in Beans Island and become servants. Audacity. Nico says, in all of this talk, the one person I keep seeing minding her business is Meghan. I trust she is over that chapter. Being a good wife, she just wants her husband to reconnect with the one parent he have. Anna says, this is hilarious because when Harry and Meghan first left the UK, the press kept saying they're playing a dangerous game if they mess with the farm and that they will live to regret it. Now they're begging them to come back because it's the royal family who lived to regret it. Absolutely. I love that comment. You're right. Kay says it will seriously damage their reputation if they rejoined royal family. People want an end to the anachronistic monarchy, not an extension. They should carry on doing the Diana type stuff as non-royals. Then Blaze says it smacks of desperation to me. They know how popular Harry and Meghan are and how that popularity is only growing, so they are nipping it in the bud. Too late. We all love the life they are leading and we are invested in their future outside the institution. It means it says, grace and favor, they need to go down on their knees and beg better. But I trust my Princess Meghan, she doesn't suffer fools. She can forgive them, but she cannot forget. Resilience says, Meghan has come so far and endured so much to go back to that hogwash. I totally agree. Denise says, haha, I thought there was no half in, half out. I love when the scapegoat escapes this toxic environment and there's nothing they can do to force them back. M says the press has realized that the working roles don't work and they are boring. But as to this unlikely suggestion, one could see the appeal for the monarchy. Never mind, it's a day late and a dollar short, but one fails to see the gain for the Sussexes. And then several shades says the disrespect towards Harry and Meghan is subtle yet obvious. They really want Harry and Meghan back, but they cannot be seen as over-eager to avoid putting shade on William and Kate. Rather pathetic. And then Laura says, the spite and venom in this article, yet more blowing smoke up the arses of William and Kate, like they are perfect individuals. Harry has made it clear on numerous occasions he does not want to come back here, and I don't blame him. Darling says, I think Harry and Meghan will make the best choice for themselves and their kids. They have so many factors to consider, and it's not 2020 anymore. They can do as they like on their own terms. That article just proves it's salty island that wants them back, not the reverse. L. says, this reminds me of when the British royal family used the media to attack Diana. One of the things that they reluctantly admitted was Diana was beautiful and the camera loved her. The way they just admitted to Meghan. And Bettina says, I've never read something so ridiculous. This English monarchy is overrated. Seen from outside of Britain, it's just horrendous and no one gives a damn. Harry and Meghan have moved on, especially Meghan. But Harry has also discovered an amazing life that he'd never give up again. Becky says, their pockets are getting more empty. That is who? The Daily Mail. Cara says, the leftovers are drowning and they need the Sussexes bad. And then this guy says, LMAO, so Meghan and Harry should give up everything for nothing in return. Them lost them damn mind on that aisles. And then P says, I guess they are finally admitting to themselves and out loud that William and Kate are failures and Harry and Meghan are the only ones who can save their dying monarchy. And then Muluya says the Daily Mail has come to the realization that the attacks they orchestrated since 2016 with the help of William and Charles against Harry and Meghan have failed. Harry and Meghan are now more successful than ever. The royal family needs them to remain relevant. Harry and Meghan doesn't need royal family. So that's it, guys. That's what's happening. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Emerald. As always, kindly let me know your thoughts in the comments. Remember to like, share, and hit that subscribe button. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.